Welcome to Post-Traumatic Party Time. I changed the name of the channel so that if people were looking for things specifically post-traumatic disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, that they'd be able to find it. So, yeah, even though Part the Sea Dude was a good name, I figured Post-Traumatic Party Time would be cool too. So, anyways, today I want to talk about depression and mental illness, specifically when it comes to religion, or for me, when it comes to the Mormon Church. And this isn't a diss on religion or the Mormon Church or anything. This is just the personal experience that I have had, so it's solely my opinion. But for me, when I was first struggling with the symptoms of PTSD, and later when I was more in the throes of depression and not being able to get out of bed and not liking myself and not liking anyone else, for me, it was really hard to pray and read my scriptures specifically because I felt unworthy. I felt like I had done something wrong. And even when I was drinking, I felt more unworthy. And with my issues with anxiety, with not being able to pay attention, a normal day for me is watching something on my laptop and playing on my phone. Just because I can't keep my attention to one thing. And so going to church for 3 hours was very hard. And I was just very anxious with so many people around and having to sit in sacrament for an hour. So I'm constantly on my phone, playing games. And a lot of people think that's disrespectful and that you should be at church to go to church, which I understand, but the fact that I'm even there, for me at least, seems good enough, because that's what I can do at the moment. Another thing, you hear people say or you talk to people about is faith and just praying and knowing that God will be there. And for me, I knew that God was there, but I knew it's not something He's gonna take away. And I've had many blessings over the years, and I think for me that was something that I struggled with, because people say things like, well, if you have enough faith, or if you, pray hard enough, God will make it better. And for me, there have been simple things and not so simple things, like being able to come to school and, just other things, just being in the right place at the right time that I know that God has blessed me with. But I know that this is one of my trials and something that I have to go through. And I think part of the reason for making this channel and wanting to be so open with my struggles is because I know it's something in the Mormon Church that is stigmatized. I think in the world at large, mental illness is stigmatized, but especially in the Mormon Church, where the culture, especially where I'm from in Utah County, is to be perfect and to have the facade of picture-perfect family, picture-perfect life. And I've been happy to see in the last few years, in conference talks and just with church officials, talking more about mental illness and helping to normalize it. which is something if I can ever help somebody or just let somebody know that they're not alone, that's something that that I want to do. And I think for me, going through this process, having this disorder and other struggles, that I think it's helped me to be closer to God, because I know He's there and He's not going to leave me. And I think it's just taught me so much about forgiveness and about endurance, and I think that it's helped me to understand a little bit more. But the downside of I think the devil gets to me on Saturday nights and Sunday mornings, because I go to bed with the intention of going to church on Sunday, but I wake up on Sunday morning and just can't bring myself to do it. And it's really hard for me because I've had callings, and I want to fulfill my callings and I want to be a good church member, but at the same time I think it's even harder knowing that people are relying on you, and feeling like you're letting them down. But I mean, going back to church and being able to stay the whole time, or at least making it to sacrament, is something that's important to me, and I know it's something that I want to work up to. So that's something I'm working on right now. But yeah, that's it for now. I think in my next video I want to review some movies, because for me, I used to read books all the time. I used to read a lot of books, but something that's been hard for me is my attention span. And so it's really hard to read a book, so I've been watching a lot of movies. And there've been a lot of good movies last year that are up for Oscars, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about some of those. But please comment, share. I'd love to know other people's story. I'd love to know there's people out there who feel like they're not alone. But until next time, have a great weekend, and keep on keeping on.